still don't understand, do you?
What's up guys, it's your boy Ichigo DXD and we're back again with another video. What if Naruto was tortured beyond repair? Chapter 9. Once Tsunade had gotten Naruto situated in the operating room, she placed a mask over his face, inserting a tube into his mouth so that he would be able to breathe. She operated on him. She really didn't want him to wake up while she was in the middle of performing surgery, while she supposed she would be nervous because of the risk. She was calm and collected as she prepared the instruments she would need to work on Naruto's heart. Once she was satisfied that Naruto wouldn't be waking up in the middle of surgery, Tsunade reached over to the small metal table and picked up a scalpel, lowering the instrument to Naruto's chest. She made a small incision before placing the scalpel back on the table and picking up to the chest spreader that inserted into the inspection and turned a knob that pulled Naruto's skin back, giving her a good view of Naruto's insides. "There goes nothing, kiddo," she muttered as she reached for another tool that would be used to help spread Naruto's ribs so that she could reach Naruto's heart. "Just hang on for me. I'm going to find a way to save you." Once she had his ribs spread, she reached for the tool that would help her repair some of the damage that had been done to Naruto's heart. Reaching the organ, Tsunade winced at the side of the badly damaged organ. She was honestly surprised that it was still beating. It looked like it had been completely fried. She knew she wouldn't be able to repair it. Naruto was going to need a new heart. She only hoped that they could find one in time to save him. For the good time it has done saving you, Kakashi's lightning jutsu certainly caused enough problems, Tsunade muttered as she carefully cut into Naruto's heart to get to a vein that was barely pumping any blood. There wasn't much she could do for the damaged vein except to remove it and replace it with a plastic vein. It wouldn't completely fix Naruto's problem, but it would certainly help at least a little. Once she had cut out the vial as she picked up to the small plastic one and inserted it into Naruto's heart carefully to make sure that the vial connected to all the right places before she sewed it up with stitches that would dissolve in a few weeks. When that was done, Tsunade carefully moved the ribs back into place, taping them gently so that they wouldn't move afterwards. She removed the skin, spread it, and sewed his chest up. "You did well," Tsunade muttered as she glanced at the clock. The producer had only taken a couple of hours would surprise her. The procedure had only taken a couple of hours would surprise her. She stood over Naruto watching the machine breath bridged for him for a few moments. Tsunade glad that the surgery had gone well. Now all they would have to do was wait for Naruto to wake up. Hopefully he wouldn't be too long. Good job, kid, she said as she brushed Naruto's hair out of his face before turning the respector off and removing the tube from his throat. Feeling relieved when Naruto's chest continued to raise on its own. Get him moved to a recovery room, she told the nurse that had been assigned assisting her. And I am going to go inform someone, worried people, that you came through the surgery okay. The nurse nodded and started to pushing Naruto's bed towards the door. As Tsunade exited the room, she breathed in a quick prayer of relief. She didn't know what she would have done if Naruto hadn't pulled through. She planned on making him Hokage one day, but he had to be alive in order for that to happen. A few short minutes later, she stepped into the room where Sasuke and Raku were waiting to hear news on Naruto. Sasuke was pacing the floor impatiently while Raku was sitting in a chair, his hands palm to palm, his chin resting on his fingers. Both wore worried expressions on their face. Sasuke paused his steps to look at her, fear written on his face. How is he? Sasuke demanded. Was Naruto still with them? Or had he been unable to make it through the surgery? He made it through the surgery. In fact, he done really well, Tsunade said. He is in ICU right now and will probably remain there until he gets a new heart. So the surgery didn't fix much? Sasuke asked. You should have seen the condition his heart is in. It was pretty fried. The only thing I could do was replace a couple of veins with plastic ones. That will help his heart pump enough blood for the time being. Tsunade explained. But thank Kami. Hiraka breathed out relief. Clear his voice. That doesn't mean that he is out of the danger. Tsunade warned he could still go into cardiac arrest. But I think replacing the veins may have bought him a little more time. I'm sure that more than he had before he had surgery. Sasuke replied, I'll be satisfied with that. As long as he's still breathing. Raku muttered. The rest we can worry about later. When can we see him? I think it would be a good idea for you to get some rest. Rest first, Tsunade said. You're just exhausted as I am. I don't care about me. I need to see him so that I know he's doing okay. Raku insists. I haven't been able to see him since he was injured. Tsunade smiled. She knew how much Raku loved Naruto and would do anything to keep him safe. He needs his rest too, you know. He just underwent major surgery. He needs to be able to recover quietly, Tsunade said. Can I see him for a few minutes? Raku said. I need to see that he's okay, at least for a minute. Tsunade sighed. She knew Raku only Only keep pursuing until she finally gave in. Just for a minute. He's going to need time to recover, Tsunade said. He doesn't need any stress right now. I understand that. I just need him to know that he's not alone. Sasuke and I are going to keep him safe from now on. Speaking of keeping Naruto safe, Sasuke said, "You know where Kakashi and Sakura are? They went missing right before Naruto and I reached the Sona border. If they got caught by the enemy," Tsunade said grimly, "they are likely already dead. They were executing all of Naruto's known supporters, and Rakunanai escaped." "Who?" Sasuke asked. "The ramen guy, his starter, and then Kiba and Choji," both Tsunade replied. "Those are the few that I know of. Sure, there's probably a lot more. Kiba and Choji and are really gone?" Sasuke asked, stunned at the news. He couldn't believe if he could remember Naruto joking around with them in their academy days. Tsunade nodded. "Because I had them decapitated, unfortunately. Iraku and I witnessed that just as we were making our escape. I'm betting that there is someone telling the so-called council what to do," Gaara said from the doorway, "because I don't know them declaring war like this on their own. Someone has to be backing them. Someone wanted Naruto's seal to be weakened so the Nine-Tail could escape. They were trying to use Naruto as a weapon of destruction." "I'm betting that someone is Danzo," Tsunade said grimly. "It sounds like he would do. He's always wanted to be Hokage, but he never had the support of the majority of the people. So I guess he decided he would take the position by force when I get my hands on him. I'm going to wipe the hell out of him, then decapitate him. See how he likes a taste of his medicine. Naruto not going to be happy that his friends died to keep him safe." Sasuke said his heart ached thinking of the emotional pain that Naruto was going to be put through. "Probably not," Tsunade agreed, "but since we can't do anything about it, for now the time being, we should concentrate on helping Naruto getting well." "I take the surgery went well?" Gaara asked, Tsunade noticing little spots of blood on Tsunade's clothes. "Better than expected, but his heart is worse than anyone suspected. It's nearly completely fried." Tsunade said he's definitely going to need a new heart, and likely sooner rather than later. "I would say give him Danzo heart, but that man's not anywhere near good enough to be inside of Naruto," Gaara said. "I could say so many things about that sentence," Sasuke said, "but I won't." He shut his mouth as the redhead gave him a dirty look. "Good idea," Gaara told him. "Where is Naruto now?" he asked Tsunade. "ICU," she replied. "He's going to need some time to rest and recover, of course. Those bozo want to go see him, but they won't be visiting long. Do whatever you need to help him. Do what you need to help him live," Gaara said. "Don't worry, expense, because I will make sure his care is covered. He would appreciate it," Rock muttered. If you're going to visit with Naruto, come on, I won't let like to get some rest. I'm exhausted, Tsunade said, sounding more than a little weary. Uraka stood, and both Sasuke and Uraka followed behind Gaara and Tsunade down the hall and up the stairs to the room where Naruto was being kept. Naruto was still unconscious and looked to several machines. The most important one was the heart monitor that was beeping slowly, telling the people that their friend was still fighting to be with them. Naruto, Uraka said, entering the room and making his way toward Naruto's bed. I love you, kiddo, so please don't keep fighting. So please don't keep fighting. I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do everything in my power to keep you safe. You just have to stay with us, Sasuke and we won't make it without you, Uraka said, his hand coming out and gently brushing Naruto's hair out of his eyes. You're not alone, kiddo. You won't ever be alone. Uraka bent down and pressed his lips to Naruto's forehead. He hoped whenever Naruto was currently that he could hear him. Could his presence beside him. Sasuke watched from the doorway. Uraka quiet, please. Hurting his heart. He knew how much Uraka meant to Naruto. And now Naruto meant a lot to their former teacher. It had to be killing Uraka to see Naruto like this, and not knowing if the blonde knucklehead would live or not. Sasuke had to believe that he would. It hurt too much to think otherwise. He was glad that Naruto had managed to come through the series, so maybe that meant that somehow Naruto was going to live through this nightmare. And that is it for Tortured Beyond Repaired, Part 9, Chapter 9. Yes, guys, it's been a ride. It's finally over. When I was writing this, I was like, damn, bro. But it is what it is. Hope you guys like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And this is the end of What If Naruto Was Tortured Beyond Repaired.
汉族。